from $40 billion to zero. In just a few days, the Terra Luna empire crumbled, taking thousands of investors, and even entire funds with it. This is not just a story of greed. It's a story of vision, arrogance, blind faith, and a catastrophic collapse. This is the untold story of Terra Luna and its algorithmic stablecoin, UST. In the heart of South Korea, a charismatic entrepreneur named Do Kwon had a vision. He wanted to create a decentralized money system, a stablecoin not backed by dollars in a bank, but by pure code. Enter Terra USD, or UST, an algorithmic stablecoin that maintained its one peg to the US dollar using another token, Luna. The idea was revolutionary. Instead of needing $1 in reserve for every USD, users could burn Luna to mint USD and vice versa. Supply and demand would theoretically keep the peg intact, and it worked for a while. In 2021, during the height of the crypto bull market, Terra exploded. Luna surged from cents to over $100. Terra became one of the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. Billions of dollars poured into the ecosystem. Projects like Anchor Protocol and Mirror Finance drew in investors from around the world. But beneath the surface, trouble was brewing. Anchor Protocol was the crown jewel of the Terra ecosystem. It promised 20% annual returns on USD deposits. Just let that sink in, 20% on your stable coins. No risk, no volatility, just passive income. Or so it seemed. This wasn't real yield. The returns were heavily subsidized by the Luna Foundation Guard, essentially a giant treasury managed by Terra's developers. Critics warned that the whole setup resembled a Ponzi scheme, but the inflows kept coming. Retail traders, crypto whales, even institutional players. At its peak, over $17 billion USD was locked in Anchor. Despite growing skepticism, Do Kwon remained defiant. His confidence was unshakable. He mocked critics online, famously calling them poor. He was hailed as a visionary until everything began to unravel. On May 7, 2022, the storm hit. A massive withdrawal from Anchor triggered a wave of panic. At the same time, hundreds of millions of USD were dumped on the Curve protocol, causing the stablecoin to slip from its $1 peg. It dropped to $0.98, then $0.95. Not a huge drop, but enough to set off alarm bells. The algorithm kicked in. Users started burning USD to mint Luna just as designed. But it couldn't keep up. The system was being tested in real time, and it was failing. As more USD was burned, Luna's supply surged. But with so much new Luna flooding the market, its price began to collapse. The lower the price fell, the more Luna had to be printed to absorb the USD. It became a vicious cycle, a death spiral. The Luna Foundation Guard, in a desperate bid to save the peg, deployed over $3 billion worth of Bitcoin from its reserves. But it was too late. Confidence was gone. Traders dumped USD, shorted Luna, exited the ecosystem entirely. Within 3 days, Luna collapsed from $80 to less than 1 cent. Its supply ballooned from 400 million tokens to over 6 trillion. The blockchain was halted, then restarted, then halted again. USD, which was supposed to be a stablecoin, fell to $0.20, then $0.10, then nearly zero. The Terra ecosystem was in freefall. Exchanges like Binance had to pause trading. Investors, some who had bet their life savings, watched their portfolios vanish. Reddit threads turned dark. There were real human consequences to this collapse. People lost everything. At the center of it all was Do Kwon. Once hailed as a genius, he now became the most wanted man in crypto. He denied wrongdoing, claimed it was all just unfortunate market conditions. But evidence began to surface. Internal messages, developer warnings, ignored red flags. South Korean authorities issued a warrant for his arrest. Interpol placed him on their red notice list. For months, he vanished. Rumors placed him in Serbia, then Dubai. Finally, in early 2023, He was arrested in Montenegro with a fake passport while trying to board a flight. But the legal battles are far from over. The collapse of Terra triggered a chain reaction across the entire crypto industry. Major lending platforms like Celsius and Voyager went bankrupt. Three Arrows Capital, a once-respected crypto hedge fund, lost over $500 million. FTX, already wobbly, was pushed into aggressive decisions that would later lead to its own historic collapse. Terra rebranded. A new blockchain was launched, Terra 2, but the damage was done. Billions of dollars had vanished. Faith in algorithmic stablecoins was shattered. Regulators, previously hesitant, now had all the ammunition they needed to clamp down. This was crypto's Lehman Brothers moment. A sudden, brutal wake-up call that even in a decentralized world, trust still matters. And once it's lost, it's nearly impossible to regain. So what can we learn? The story of Terra Luna is a warning. It's not just about code. It's about human behavior, greed, ego, fear, and the illusion of safety. Even the smartest systems can crumble under pressure if they're built on shaky foundations. The next big crypto project is already out there, promising insane returns, backed by loud voices, driven by hype. But before you jump in, ask yourself, what is this really built on? If you found this story gripping, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and drop a comment. What do you think was the biggest red flag? Let's talk about it.